and that. Okay, now we wait a minute. Hit that button, and we'll just press all these buttons while I'm waiting for this thing to do what it's gonna do. Okay, okay.
Got mail, man.
I forgot to mute my phone. I mean, luckily my iPad is sitting on top of it, which kept that from being much louder. And yet, still, I knew there was something I forgot. I knew it. I knew it the minute I hit the go button. I thought there's something I'm forgotten to do. Oh, no, don't log out. Stop, stop, stop. I didn't mean to hit that button. I meant to hit that button. That's okay. All right, let's see what we're looking at here. All right, that's looking good. So we can now go to social stream, and this is which account? I got it. Let's select a live source. Let's see, and activate. There it is. Go to live chat, and let's move that window really quickly. Here we are, and I can close these windows now. Ba-doo. And now we'll go here, and we do see that. So let me make sure that I can activate this account. I'll click the button here. There it is. We hit activate, and now we have two windows, which is what we want. Switch to live, and let's switch to participants. Not that I think there are any at the moment. There are not, but those also do show me my account windows. All right, let's see if we hear this. Hey, there it is. Okay, so quick testing. We'll start. Oh, I closed that window already. Well, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and assume. Yeah, it's working. Oh, you can't see it though because I didn't do this. So I have to select the dashboard, hit OK, make it visible. There it is. Beautiful. Close that. And we'll do this test, and this will be enough. And we'll just get going here. Test 2. Excellent. All right, let me get a quick sip of water, and then we'll get going here. Actually, I can hit the thing while I'm having a sip of water, so hold on. Wow, I took way more water into my throat than I expected. Woo! I'm glad I didn't choke on the actual thing. Huh. Okay. Oh, good. All right, that works. Good, good, good. Oh, whoa, whoa. Sorry, that's because I'm moving the iPad. Sorry. I'm not trying to give everybody vertigo here. Okay, so we are on the image that I've been on for, what, the last 2 streams here? Now I'm going to mute my phone really quick. Where is... here it is. Yeah, do that, and there we go. Done. Okay, but we are actually almost done with this, astonishingly. So all I really need to do at this point is I'm not convinced that I've got the right lip color here. I don't know that the purples are working. Now that I'm looking at it with the green visor, unless I just need to shift the green into a different color. Maybe I need to do that. Maybe instead of green, I need to shift this color into something else. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I need to go with more like a pink to make more sense with the lip colors. Maybe that's why it doesn't look right. It's because the colors aren't right on this thing. Maybe it needs to be more like, oh, well, hold on. I didn't do the underlying colors. These are all the same color, so see, we got to go. Maybe that's why. Maybe this needs to be more of a kind of bright pink as opposed to the color that I had. Maybe that's why. Now the lips look different. Now they look okay. So maybe that was the problem, is that I wasn't going enough into the purple range. So maybe I need to push this a little bit further into that area. And then that's actually probably, so maybe now it's good. Maybe that was my problem, is that I didn't have the colors in a nice harmony, so they didn't make sense. Now it's more like purples and pinks and reds, except for, you know, certain parts of the head that are that kind of cold blue gray. Yeah, that might have been the problem. So now, what I need to do, although, hold on a minute, there's one thing that doesn't look right about this to me. Turn off the glow. These shouldn't be the same color. These should not, well, they're not really, but they're close. This should be a darker color like that. There we go. That's what that should be that. Okay. which actually, now that I think about it, should be... All right, hold on. Let me put the glow back on. Yeah, better. Turn the glow off. I gotta sample that color, because what I should be doing here is I'm gonna sample this purple. See, it's just enough that you can see it, and then turn the glow back on. Just enough to give it a little bit of a differentiation, a little pop. Okay, so that means that what I need to do now is I need to take this, do an assist on that, and I need to make that the inner color for this. So I need to put an inner tube for these things, like power tubes, and then run a color into it. So let's put a... Good. Make the assist on that. We're going to go to black. We're going to get to be the... We need a thinner line. Whoa, ho, 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 no. Oh, Dennis, no, Dennis. Okay, no. Got to go way down here. Not way down. I got to go down to like 5, I'd say. Yeah, that's... I got to have like the power coils. So we'll do this, and we'll let that round... We'll let the auto rounder round that for me. There we are. And then we'll do the same thing here. We'll let the program do the rounding. Okay, there's our inner power tube. All right. And then we'll do that same thing here. Just round that up. Here we are. And then we'll do the same thing right here. And there we are. Okay, now let's erase the parts we don't need, which would be this here and this here. And because it is mirroring, we should be good on both sides. We are. Yes, indeed. Come into here. All right. Clean that. We'll clean this edge. Clean this edge. Right. Now I need to take the dark purple, which I think is this. Let's make sure of that, shall we? Let's be sure. Oh, whoops. No, I'm going to turn the glow off. There we go. Make sure we're on the right color. Whoa, no, we were definitely not on the right color. Actually, maybe that does need to be a little darker. Let me make this just a touch darker. Oh. I'm on the wrong layer. This is the one I need. There it is. Right. Am I on it? Yes. Just a little bit darker. Just a bit. Put it to 45. There we go. Now let me sample that color. Sampled. Let's turn the glow back on. Beautiful. And then we're going to come down, or we have the assist on, so we're going to take that assist, and we're going to go ahead and color this in with the bigger brush. And we're not going to worry about, I'll clean all that up. Not worrying about that right now. Just getting it laid in. And then I can do the same glow effect onto the, what's the word for it? This inner tube will have the same glow effect that the visor does, indicating there's like a power source in there. Yeah, that'll work. And I'll probably have to do the same thing on the little, I don't know, necklace thing, gem. Maybe that's the actual power source, like a, what was it in Star Wars? A kyber crystal, I think it was called. Something like that. Yeah. So get that in here. Okay. But I really want to get this done because I really want to put it on a shirt and wear it. I may do 2 color versions of this, but I don't know. I don't think that I need to. I was thinking I should do one where it's the purple parts are more like a nuclear blue type of thing. I mean, I suppose there's no reason I can't. It's literally just shifting the colors over, so there's no real harm in it. And why not? In case there are people, not everybody likes purple. I wouldn't necessarily call myself somebody who really likes purple per se, but yeah, so see that, and that's going to glow in a minute. So now I just need to come down here. And we probably should use the thinner pen. I did put the, please tell me I put the mirroring on. Okay, I did. Just checking. I thought I did, but then I couldn't remember. Yeah, I'm not necessarily, purple is not a bad color. I'd put it in my mid-range of colors. I think as far as colors that I really don't like, I don't like yellow. I just don't. Yellow is not a color I've ever liked. Orange, in very specific contexts, I like, but very limited. Very, very limited applications on that. Generally, I would just say no. You're not really... That's why the new iPhone color of orange, at least at the time of this recording, does absolutely nothing for me. That was not at all appealing. Apple picks one color and everybody loses their mind, and they picked a not particularly great color to begin with. I don't. That's not. I mean, it's fine if you like orange, I suppose, but why? Why not have more colors? If you're gonna do a color, why not have a couple? So that, I don't know, if you don't like orange, you're not just stuck with shades of gray. It's bizarre. But me trying to figure out what Apple's doing at the moment is, yeah, I probably just shouldn't, because all it's going to do is give me a headache. Don't understand that company of late. And their quote-unquote design ethos, which I don't know if I'd even be as generous as to call it a design ethos, but that's, you know, that's just me. You know, I think I don't want that. And I don't think I want that. And I don't think... I don't think I want that. I think instead this is going to become this color. Let's see what that is. In fact, you know what? Let's just do it right on there. There's really no reason not to. Uh-oh. Wait, where did I put that color? Ah, good. I was like, wait a minute, where's the color? Yeah, there we go. I'm going to actually do it like this. Let's just have it. Because that's going to glow. So let's erase that really quick. We're going to bring this in to here. Okay, so now what I can do is I can get rid of this entirely. And then come back to here. Do that. Or, well, I guess that should be more circular then. Let's do it this way. Let's have it where it's really curving in. There we go. Well, hold on. There. That's going to become the central color thing there. So, realistically, what I should do... Whoa! I heard a thing! Hey, Chameleon! How you doing? Happy... What is today? Monday. Yeah, it is Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome to the stream, like that means anything. Welcome to the stream. That's about the stupidest thing I've said in a while. Welcome to the stream. I mean, yes, welcome, but welcome to the stream. What does that even mean? Welcome. Should have stopped at welcome. Doesn't matter whether it's the stream or not. Welcome. Oh boy, I tell you. Oh, sorry. The Cyberhead I've been working on for I don't even know how many months, but I'm finally at the end of it now. It's really just putting the final colors in. And getting a drink of water because it's 75 degrees here out of nowhere. So, yeah, I'm at the very, very end of this. Just getting the final stuff dialed in here, which is really the glow effect that I'm going to now. Well, that's behind. Okay, now. That's the glow that goes on there. Okay, I'm glad you said that because I was actually second guessing that color. I thought maybe I should make a second version that didn't have that for people who weren't big fans of pink or purple, but I don't think I'm going to. I think this is going to be what it is. I mean, I could shift it and then have two versions available, just in case there are people who like the image but don't like purple. You know, the only danger with that is then you could do that and just go crazy. Where, okay, what if somebody doesn't like blue? Well, then I got to make a green one. Well, if somebody doesn't like blue, green, or purple, well, then I got to make a red one. Okay, what if nobody likes red, blue, green, or purple? Well, then I got to make an orange one. Well, I don't like orange, so I don't know yet. I haven't made a final decision on that. I'm trying. I'll figure that out in a second. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to actually duplicate this. Wait, you know what? Hold on. Oh, I see what it is. Yeah, yeah, okay, okay. Got it. I need to duplicate this layer. I like that color. I think it would be cool. We'll say, yeah. I mean that's kind of where my dilemma is I'd like to have people be able to do it to have it whatever color they liked. Okay, so here let's get that glow effect. Why is it? Oh, I know why it's doing that. It's doing that because it's not contained. Okay, hold on. I gotta get rid of this. I have to turn this off, and I have to delete, because otherwise the glow is going to go outside the lines, which I don't want. I want it to feel like it's contained. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't have to do that. What am I doing? Now on this layer, I do need to duplicate this layer, turn this layer off. Now I got to come in here. Now I got to delete this, and then I can create that glow, and it'll be like an inner glow. So I was underthinking. A lot of times I overthink things. This time I was underthinking it. I had to remember how the layer structure works. Yeah, I know. I'm the same way where I think it would work in either. I think it could work in a variety of colors. What I wish, and I don't think there's any way to do this that I know of. Whoops. Is yeah. No, I've worked on this one before. I've made a couple modifications to it that weren't part of the streams. But yes, this probably will ring a bell because I have worked on this before. I just really want to get it done because I want to get it on a shirt. Like everything I make, I want it on a shirt. And I don't remember. I think I thought I finished it. I really do. I think I made the mistake of believing that I'd actually finished this thing. And then when I went and looked at the shirt site, because I was sending it to somebody who had asked, I realized, I was like, wait a minute, where is it? It's not there. And then I came back and looked at it and realized I had not. Oh, yeah, I do. Hold on. It is... Oh, you know what? If you scan the QR code, or I can put the link in. I know some people don't like scanning QR codes because, security stuff. Although I promise it's not a malware or anything. But if you want, I can just put the address. But that takes you to... If you scan that QR code in the upper right, it will take you to my link tree. And the third link down is the Threadless store. But I can also just type it in here. It is, hold on. Rather than me type it and inevitably typo it, I'll just copy the link I have for it right here. Here it is. This is it. Yes. Okay. I'll just post this in there. Let me just do a quick copy and come back to here. And I will post it right... Wait. Did it not paste? Where did it paste it? Paste. There it is. There you go. That is the link to my Threadless store. And so you will likely see some images that I've worked on here are all there. But this one is not. Because, not yet. Not yet. My plan is to put it there. So that's the Threadless store. And I think... oh, thank you. I think actually... Wait a minute. You know what? I'll tell you something. Because normally I never have a reason to use these. I think I actually have a discount code that you can use to get... Hold on. I'm pretty sure they emailed me a discount code. Let me look. That way, if you want to use it, if you decide to buy... I'm not... if you don't, that's fine. But if you want to, I can look to see if there's a code that gets you a discount. Here it is. Okay. Oh, apparently... Okay. It looks like you don't need a code right now. They're starting a $13 t-shirt sale. Is on from now until the 16th. So basically for a week. I thought that was one of the ones that required a code. So if you are interested, again, if not, that's perfectly fine. But if you are, there is a sale currently going on right now. So yeah, I try to put almost everything, just about everything. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a peek at something. Hold on. Because I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be doing next. So let me, hold on. Wait, no, I can't because I'm on my Android phone. I can't airdrop it. Hold on a minute. I have to email myself. So let me, you might be interested. Depend. Okay, well, I'll ask you this. Hold on, let me do this. So, yeah. Whoop. It's like the head's dancing if I do this. Okay. Are you, and I'm asking you, Chameleon, but anybody could apply for this question. Are you a fan? Did you see? Well, let's start with this. Are you a fan of the Hellraiser movies? Because if you're not, then you might not get much of a kick out of this at all. So we'll start there. All right, let me email that. Now, hold on. Let me do this really quick so that I can grab this. Where is it? Here it is. Hold on. There it is. And come on. This thing's taking forever. Just load. There it is. Okay. Oh, whoa, jeez. Okay, it took over my whole screen. Now I just need to... Can I just save it? There we go. Save. Close. All right. I don't think I've heard of them before, but I could... Okay, all right. Well, I'll show you this. So let me... Wow, I am really an idiot. I opened it on the complete wrong thing. I need to open it over here. Jeez, hold on. There it is. I forgot. I was using it on my... I was doing it on my computer when I really need to be doing it on the iPad. So hold on a second. All right. Okay. How do I save this? Save. No. Don't mark up. Just save. Save to save image. Got it. Okay. Let me open a new thing. Import. Where's the photos? Downloads probably. Where is it? Recents. On my iPad. Where? Yeah. I'm telling you. I said save image. Is it? Oh, I'll bet you it's considered a photo. Yep, there it is. Okay. All right, here. Okay, this is a painting I did. So this is an actual physical painting, not digital. It's 24 by 36. I did this of the new design for the Hellraiser 2022 film for the box. And it came out really well. So I'm actually going to take this design. This is my next thing. I'm going to take this and I'm going to make a digital version of it that will go on a shirt. Because I think this, if nobody else wants it, I want it. I actually really like how this ended up. It took, I think I worked on this over a couple of days. I want to say the whole painting took 12 hours to do. Because of all, I don't know how well it's showing up, but if you look close, see all these details? This was all done with acrylic paint markers. Wow, boy, that's really shuddery. Man. I guess that's just the way it's, because I'm already all zoomed in. There it is. Yeah, so you can see this is all the little details and, you know, and there's lots of mistakes in here that really irritate me. And in digital, I can clean those up. But yeah, I'm going to put this onto a shirt too, because I actually really like this design. I wasn't really sure it was going to work, and it worked pretty well. So that's my next thing. Anyway, that's not what we're doing right now. We're doing this right now. Whoop. Come on. There we go. All right. Back to this, because this is why I never finish anything on these streams, is I get lost in my own thoughts. But that is going to be my next thing, is to digitize that painting and make a digital version of it that I can put on a shirt, because I want to wear that. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is it's the person, by the way, I should give credit. The individual's name, hold on, because this person, let me just look up who I really should credit the actual artist who did it. 2022 box design. I think it's Martin. I can't remember his last name. Let me take a look here. His name is, if you want to see like his original design, Martin Emborg. I will write that name on the screen because I really should make sure I credit the artist. So let's make sure I credit the artist. That's very important. And I'd be a humongous hypocrite if I didn't. So the artist's name for that thing, if you want to see, because he's posted on his ArtStation account all the different designs he did, which are really wild. So that artist's name is Martin M. Borg. Yeah, there we go. So look that individual up. There, I'll do that. Martin M. Borg. Oh, there we go. Look that individual up. If you look for Hellraiser puzzle box and this name, it'll come up. And you should look at it because, oh boy, it's a beautiful design. On redesigning what is one of the kind of most well-known, if you're a fan of horror films, otherwise you wouldn't be, one of the most well-known horror film props that's ever existed is the Hellraiser box. There are actually people who know the box without have ever seen the movie, don't really know what it is, but they know the design of the original, which I also painted. I painted the original too. But I don't have that photo on... Well, do I have that photo? I have the digital version of it. It was this. It was this. I painted this as well, but you know, this is the design I was using. Where's the... Oh, I don't have the actual pattern. Oh yeah, I do. Wait a minute. Yes, I do. Screenshot it for future reference. Yeah, it's this. Oh, the black thing's covering it. I just do that. There, this. This I did the physical painting of as well. This is the digital version, but the physical painting is almost the same. It's very, very close. This is the classic Hellraiser box. This is the one from the original 1987, I want to say, film. That is very well known. But then this is the redesign of it, which is really good. It's much more geometric in a lot of ways. It's less of a kind of a hand-done one. Which the nice part is, I don't think either of them are really better, quote, designs than the other ones are. They each have their different strengths, which I think is so tough to do. Literally redesigning something that it's like trying to redesign Freddy's glove from A Nightmare on Elm Street, or redesigning Jason's hockey mask. It's that level of, okay, people know this thing. To redesign it is to really take a risk that people are going to just flat reject it. What an accomplishment. I mean, I really... You know what? I should see if I can get that guy on my show. Oh my God. Why did I not think of that before now? I'm going to reach out and see if I can get that guy to be on my show and talk about his design work. Oh my God. Why did I not think about that? How was that not in a... How did I not think of that until just... Oh my God. Okay, well, secretly, you did me a favor. I don't know if I would have connected those dots. The design work is straight because I was using a ruler. I had to. Actually, for some of it, I didn't. I just had to be very careful. And I was using acrylic paint pens. I could never be that straight with lines with a brush. No way. I just tell you right now, I'm not even going to pretend. There's no way it would have happened if I had used a brush. I had to use acrylic paint pens. Or it just would not have gotten done. As simple as that. The redesign of Shogo in Megazone 23. Yeah, no kidding. Right? That's some redesign, ain't it? Yeah, that's a wild style change for everybody when you go to the part 2 of that thing. Oh! Welcome Artificial Flavor to the stream. That also still sounds dumb when I say it. Welcome to the stream. Hey, welcome to the stream. Just sounds dumb. Wow, I really am just, I can't believe I didn't think about until just now inviting that guy onto the show. Why did I not think of that? To have somebody like that on to talk about how he designed the box. How is that not something I thought of? I mean, just moments where you sit there and go, "Does your brain even work or what?" Okay. This is underneath. I gotta push this over the other one. It has to go like this. There we go. That's why this doesn't look right. All right. Let me move this up to here. Oh, I do have to get rid of that though. Hold on a minute. Let me drop the opacity on that a bit. And then I have to just delete the line here. It can be a little bit over, and that's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect for this. No, not like that though. All right, use the pencil. It's just gonna bug me if I don't do this more correctly than I am doing it. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yes. Okay, got it. Okay, now push it back up. Right. There's the opacity. Now we go to Gaussian blur. And we'll create that glow effect. Come on. Let's see. Something stupid as a Arrow Star reminds me of the enemy psychopaths, yet they're not even similar. Oh, no, I understand where that comes from. I have that with stuff all the time where I get reminded of something even if it doesn't make, even if there's no reason it should remind me of something. I have that constantly. So I completely understand where that comes from. The thing is, there's so many intangibles in art that you don't really know why certain things. Now, is that? Oh yeah, I gotta get rid of that. This shouldn't be here. Let's go to this. This, I already have a glow effect for this. I don't need 2 of them, so this goes away. That's just gonna overpower everything. So let's just get rid of that. There we go. No, I understand that. I completely understand that. That does happen. Maybe I need to. No, you know what? Actually, it's fine. Okay, yeah, the glow's down there. The glow's on that. I wonder if I need a line there. I think I do. I think I need a line here. Yep. Okay, yeah, I'm going to put a line there just to... I don't like it without the line. It looks weird to me. So we'll just do a nice... Let's see if this curve holds or if it straightens it. Oh, it did. It held it. Okay, good. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's good. That's what I want. Okay. Okay, so glow effects in. That might be it. That might be it for this. I think it is. I think that's it. Oh, you know what? That's weird. I didn't put lines in those little circles. Huh. I don't know if I care, though. Do I care about having there be no lines in that one? Well, there's no lines there either. Okay, that is kind of bugging me. Why are there no lines just on that particular part of the face? Oh, no, the outer ear doesn't have one either. Okay. That show is so scary. If you watch cartoons, don't watch around kids. It's the opposite of your streams. Ooh. Well, that I like. I don't have kids, so I don't have to worry about that. I can watch stuff anytime. And my wife doesn't get anything out of cartoons, so even scary cartoons would probably just make her kind of look at them funny as opposed to actually scare. So I can watch whatever I want. I'm lucky that way. So that sounds appealing. You know, actually, I don't mind that. It's okay to not have lines on those. That's all right. It's not a big deal. I don't know why I was getting hung up on that for a minute. The question I do have is... No, you know what? It looks good like that. It looks good like that. I think that's it. I think this is done. I think I have to call this done. Or I'm never going to finish this thing. But I think that's where I want it to be. Yeah, nothing is bugging me about it. Everything looks cohesive enough. So, okay, now, the thing about the colors. Let's see. How many layers do I have left? Okay, I can make 7 layers. All right. Like the dip. Let's see. So that's black. Black. Give it a go if you don't mind, Bonds. Go. I do not. I do not. So I will do that. I'm going to rename this to black layer, or blacks, just because that's what the colors are. I'm going to turn the assist off. This should be above colors. Black is not a color. Yeah. So we'll leave that like that, and that way the colors don't get affected. Now, what color is this? Oh, that's the grays. Okay, so that's the gray. Well, I would say... I don't consider... Let me look at this. Oh, that's a line. Why is it? Oh, these are the lines. Okay. I'm going to say... Okay, I can duplicate this. So I'm going... Well, I don't want to do it that way. I want this to sit underneath... Hold on. I'm going to group the actual power colors. So we'll call this... We'll call... No. What did I just do? Rename power colors. Right? These are visor colors. These two. These are just flat colors. They're not going to change. The power colors are going to change. So now if I turn that one off and I come into this one and I shift it. Let's see what we do here. Let's shift this. Actually, wait a minute. You can't see it. Let's turn off everything except for the core background colors. There we go. So we're going to go down here. Right? We're going to turn the assist off. Okay. Now. No. 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 Hold on. Blue might be doable. I should probably go to sleep because it's getting late here. Good night. Hey, Chameleon, thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Enjoy your rest. I'm really just playing with colors now. And I don't like the teal. I like teal, but I don't like that teal. And I don't like that green. I think, if anything, I'm going to go with the blue. Like that, maybe with the saturation pushed up. So that's 29% with, let's say, a 70% saturation boost. That I could see. Now, let's turn this one on. This is the glow. And let's move that to, what did I say, 29 and a 70. So 29 with a 70. Okay, that's the glow. Why does that look funny? What is doing that? So, oh, that's what's... Oh, because I can't see it. It'll go away. That'll go away. Okay, got it. That was starting to bug me for a minute. So we're talking about 29 with a 70 boost. Okay. And then this one would also be a 29 with a 70 boost. 70. All right, let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I don't mind the blue. The blue's okay. However, the problem with the blue is now the lips don't look right. So we would have to duplicate the lips. Move this up. Repair these. Bang. Done. Off. This one. It would be something similar where we'd have to go into a different color. Maybe a 30? Okay. Okay. Not bad. I mean, it looks a little hypothermic, but it won't once everything's in the same thing. 30, what did I say, 30? Yeah, something like that. That's not bad. It's interesting. It's interesting and thinking. But then I think if I'm doing that... Huh. Well... Do the purple parts look off now? Do I need to make the purple parts like this? Do these also need to shift? I don't know. Because I think the danger of doing that is then the red parts have to shift. Then everything has to start shifting. So you're going into a totally different color setup. I don't know. I mean, this is definitely a colder setup than the other one. Because see, even this... Well, no, that one's okay. I would turn that off. Where's the neck thing? It's not that one. It's not that. Where is the neck? Hold on. I'm going to find it. This? Yeah. It's probably the last layer I can... No, I'm at the max. Yeah, I thought so. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do right now. I'm committing to this. So we will say flatten. That color is staying. Right? I'm committing to that color. So now we shift this up, and now what happens if I bring this over by 30 or 230? Ugh, see, it goes green. Yeah, I think I got to leave. That stays. I think that blue's okay, but I think that's the only thing I'm going to shift on that. I don't think I'm going to shift the other things anymore that I'd done. Where's the other one that I did? I know I did something else in the... Where are the ears? Where did I shift the ears over? No. Hold on a minute. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that stays. I think I have to stay like this. I think there's a blue version of this. So actually, I'm going to group these. I'm going to flatten that group. So it's going to be blue or it's going to be pink. I think that's how I'm going with it. So blue or pink, like that. So this version or that version. I think that's going to be the two versions I'm going to offer. I think that makes sense to me. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I really do. I think that's the way to do it. Because I think otherwise, I don't want to change too many other things. I just don't. I think changing anything else is going to be a mistake. In terms of the colors, I think it's not going to work if I change anything else. I don't want to start changing every single color because I kind of like the rest of this. Yeah, that's how it's going to be. So that is going to be these two versions, which I'm basically going to call it. Ooh. I think I'll call this version. I think I'll call this one Fusion, and I'll call this one Cold Fusion, because it's blue. It's a colder color. I think that's how I'll do it. I'll just do two versions. I'll just do Cyberhead Fusion. Or no, I'll just do Cyberhead, and then I'll do Cyberhead Cold Fusion or something like that, and that would work. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. So that is the... What is that? What is that cord? Why am I feeling that? Oh, I forgot. I just actually bumped into something I meant to unplug from its power cord anyway. Sorry, bear with me. I'm just doing this in the background because I just realized annoyingly that I forgot to plug something back in. There we go. Okay. Not that I need it right now, but if I forget about it, I'll get more annoyed later. Here we go. Okay. So there's that. So that's done. And then the next thing is making this into a shirt, which should be... I mean, I'm really going to trace over most of it, but I am going to change some of the designs a little bit. I mean, it's gonna be a lot better in digital form because some of the things that, you know, like you can see here where I fixed errors, I'm going to go over this and fix it. And like down here, you can see that red stripe comes through the gold. I think I can get rid of most of this by just layering the colors, but this is one of the limitations of doing things in physical, is there's just stuff that's just going to be permanently there. And it's just going to bug the crap out of me when I see it, and nobody else will care, but I'll care. But I'm going to make a digital version of this that I'm going to put into a shirt. And it'll be mostly the same, but there'll be some little changes. For example, well, whatever. Let me see. I might as well just do it now. Let me resize this. Resize. Okay, settings. Well, we're going to switch to inches. Whoa. Oh, it's because I was going to say, there's no way that's print size. Yeah, no kidding. You can't make it that big. No, we'll just go with the same as the canvas. So we'll make it 24 by 36. And we'll do that. Yeah. Now it's actually a print size. So if we maximize this to a degree, it really doesn't matter if it's quite equal or not, because I'm gonna make the design anyway. So let's just tilt that a bit, more or less. So one of the things I'm going to do, actually, this is a good way to do it. Let me duplicate this and flip it. I want those black lines to be on the top as well. And then it's not going to look exactly like this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this layer, bring it above this, and kill everything in here that is not the main painting, or these corners, I should say, the corners, just so I have, a bit of a point of reference here. And then tomorrow I'm going to try to email that guy and see if he'd be willing to come on the show and talk about how he did this. Because I will spend a whole show just talking about how he did this. Because I think that would be wild to actually talk to somebody whose design got used. Because it's friggin' gorgeous. Wait, is that the biggest that the paint? Yeah, it is. Wow. Because this thing is so huge, the paintbrush looks small. Whereas on any normal photo, this would be very, very large. Okay. Let's just kill all that out. Right. Then what I gotta do on top of that is I need to duplicate this again. And on this one, I gotta erase this side completely. More or less. Well, I mean, I can erase it like that. Oh, yeah. Why don't I do it that way? Take this. I need to flip it. fit that there. And then I need to bring this down so it fits like that. That's how I want it to look. If I had been thinking about it, that's how I would have done on the painting as well. But the painting, much like my other one, just kind of unfolded. That's how I want it to look. So in essence, oh yeah. Damn. I did rip the song. I'm gonna have to set myself an actual calendar reminder. Although the last episode, well, hold on. I'm gonna set a calendar reminder because I have the song on the computer. Wait a minute. It's a good thing you said that. Because the first thing I reminded myself was rip the song, which I did. The second thing I have to do is actually remind myself to play it. Wait a minute. Afterlife. Oh, I gotta move that meeting. I forgot. Our recording for Resident Evil Afterlife is not going to take place tonight the way it originally was planned to. That has to move. Okay, I'm going to put a calendar item right before task, play, Poppy, song. That will not be all day. I need to do it right before. So I will do it literally 5 minutes before so that this pops up and I see it. Play Poppy song. There it is. Perfect. Wait a minute. Why did it do that? Oh, no, that's right. That's fine. Wow. Oh, because of the duration. Okay, it was throwing me off for a minute. Okay. Sorry. Yep. There. Now I've got a calendar item for it. So now I won't forget again. Possibly. But I probably... No, I won't. No, I should be okay now. Let's do a layer over this. Let's grab the paintbrush. Let's fill this... Come on. Let's fill this in, and this is roughly what it's going to look like. Right? This is me just making a quick and dirty guide for what I want to do for the shirt version of this. So that's going to be like that. And then those circles are going to be... The circles are going to go all the way around at the bottom. So I will probably... Well, I'll figure that out. That's okay. For the shirt version, I just have to do the circles all the way around because I don't like the circles being cut off at the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So that's how it's going to look. More or less. I mean, it's not going to look exactly like this, but this will be my reference point for what I want to do. So the shirt version will look like this. And the red banding and all that stuff, that'll all be on the top where it isn't now. But that's going to be the idea of it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if only I could get metallic ink, but I doubt it. It really is amazing. You can see the actual canvas in there. And the pencil lines, which I apparently failed to erase. There's my guidelines when I was using the ruler to try to figure out how to make everything straight. Which, boy, oh boy, let me tell you, that was a... Oh, that was a challenge. Right, so if I take this and just as a... Now, how am I going to make... That's a great question. How am I going to make this thing... Well, I guess I can use the guide for that. If I put the isometric guide on, but of course it doesn't look quite like I need it to. See, that's the trick. Oh. Because yeah, if I use that, no, I go above and I put the guide on, it's going to go way too sheer. So the only way that's really going to work, I may need to do the square parts in Photoshop and bring them in rather than try to do them in Procreate, because a lot of this I don't need to have really symmetrical, but that's going to be important. So yeah. That's gonna be Photoshop, because it's just gonna bug me if I realize halfway through that it's not the way it should be. And I can tell you right now, it's not gonna be. Everything else, I just need to create my angled lines in Photoshop. Everything else can be done outside of it, I think, but those are gonna need to be in there. So what I may do is block those out in Photoshop, bring them in, and then start working from there. I think that's the only way that it's going to work properly. Yeah, I mean, just looking at it, I already know that's the case. Otherwise, otherwise I'm just going to be bugged by it. Okay, well, you know what? I think that's going to do it for this stream. I think I got to block those things out, and then I can work on the next stream and start working on this. But the important part is that this is done. I finished one. Hooray! This, which I thought I was going to finish like 8 times. I'm sure there's several streams where I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish this night. Nope, wrong. So now it is finished. So this will be on a shirt, well, within, I would say, 24 hours of this live stream. By the time this stream posts after the fact, it'll well be up on the site, both versions, the regular and the Cold Fusion version. But it is done. And I can tell you probably the first purchase of the shirt is going to be me, because I like this design. But I think I'm going to wear the other one. I think I like the pink version. Or whatever, I guess purple. Whatever this color is going to be considered. Whatever this color is, that's the one I'm going to get. Even though I certainly wouldn't consider myself a pink person, I just think it looks better. However, that also, I guess, not even intentionally, but I suppose for some people, just the color change might change the gender of the head, if you're so inclined, now that I think about it. So maybe that will tell you something. I know how I viewed this head as I was making it. I won't say anything. Everybody can form their own opinion. But I know where I came from. And wait, actually, what did I use as a reference photo for this? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's, but again, that's, everybody can assign whatever they want. I'm not telling anybody what to do with their, what they want to gender their shirt. I don't care. In fact, I could make oh boy, it'd be a lot of colors if I were to try to put all the Unity flag colors in. See, it worked with Shieldred. That was easy because there were colors behind her, but trying to do something like that with this. Oh, wait, I just noticed something. Hold on a minute. Yeah. I was going to say, why am I seeing a pink aura? Well, that's because I hadn't turned off the pink layer. So that's the pure Cold Fusion version. Yeah, so yeah, hey man, everybody can do whatever they want with the shirt. When you buy it and you're wearing it, you can put whatever story you want to it. Don't matter to me. I'm not telling you nothing. Do whatever you want. But that is it. It is done. Done. Which is awesome. Because I often sit here and think, I'm going to finish this thing, and don't ever get it done. So it's nice to actually get one done. So that is going to bring this stream to a close for the evening. So thank you for stopping by, Chameleon and Artificial. Thank you for popping in. Oh, you had asked a question about if I had seen that anime with the, what was it called, with the D? I have not. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm going to try to pronounce it correctly. It's like Dodohedro or something, isn't it? Hold on a minute. What is it called? Let's see if I can pronounce this properly. All right. Is that Dorohedoro? Is that the one I'm thinking of? Is that the right one? Hold on a minute. Is that the right one? Yeah, okay. Dorohedoro. Right, okay. So, I've never read it, but I seem to remember seeing it. Because I know I didn't read it, but I'm pretty sure. Let me look. Dorohedoro. Did I see it? Because I know there's 2 of these things that I mix up. Yeah, this is the dinosaur one, right? Yeah, okay, yes. I have seen the anime. I mix this incredibly, and I know this doesn't make any sense, but for whatever reason, I think I saw them at the same time. I mix this and Desert Punk up a lot. Now that I think about it, maybe it's because there are characters with wildly unrealistic proportions in each one. That's probably why. I just put that together. That's why I mixed these 2 together, because the female characters in each have some exorbitant proportions. Yeah. So I liked them both. I like Desert Punk and this. I remember liking them both. But yeah. What is that? Wow, people do some weird fan art, man. They do some weird fan art is all I'm going to say. Okay, boy, people's fan art sure does reveal some things about what goes on in between their ears, don't it? Boy, oh my God. This is a dangerous thing to be surfing around with. This will put me on a list. All right, anyway, I am going to get out of here now. So thank you for being here and hanging out. And like I said, that will be on the Threadless store very, very shortly. If you're watching this live, and by the time it comes out on YouTube, it will have been on there for a little while. So that is it for the stream for this evening. I will remind everybody. All right, man. I will talk to you in Discord, as I always do. So have a good Monday. Everybody else, whenever you're seeing this, as I try to do every time, I will remind you that if there is a creator that you enjoy, I'm not talking about myself because I'm doing fine, but if there is a creator you enjoy, consider donating something towards that creator, because a lot of people who are trying to make a go at being creative, it's not easy going most of the time. And I mean, there's at least a few people that I know I follow on Blue Sky who seem to always be just short of rent and just barely making it. And in some cases having to pay late fees because they're over. So if there's a creator that you follow and they seem to be having some problems and they seem to be, trying to make ends meet, then, I mean, if you can donate money, that would be great. If you can't, though, because not everybody has money to donate, so nobody should feel bad if they don't have the funds to do it. But if you can't, then try to boost them to others who might be able to support them that way. And even if even if you can't send the money and you're resharing their stuff, still send them a note. Lots of creators struggle with doubt all the time and think that their work sucks. I certainly know I'm in that category more often than not, where I look at something and all I'm seeing are the problems. So it's also worth something to just send somebody a note saying, I really like your work, because you really have no idea where they are in their life and whether they could be considering just giving up what they're doing because they don't feel like anybody cares about it. It's very easy when, the internet is great and terrible in that there's so much stuff out there that, is my background not repeating? Did the thing stop scrolling? Why is the loop not working? Oh, wow. Yeah, the loop's not working. I'll have to fix that. Anyway, sorry. Let me just do this. So, there we go. Like I said, the good and bad thing about it is that you can find all types of different art by all different types of people. But the problem is that it's very easy to go right past somebody. And some of those people might be thinking, okay, what's the point? There's just so much other art out there that nobody's seeing my stuff. And so your note could just come at exactly the right time where they need to just think that somebody's seeing what they're doing. So that's worth it too. It doesn't always have to be about money. Money's great if you can do it, if you can donate, but if you can't, send that person a note. Just a short thing. It doesn't have to be a novel. A couple sentences. And reshare their work and get their work in front of somebody who might be able to help them out if they're struggling. That's all. So don't let the fact that you can't donate money stop you from trying to help somebody out, because it doesn't just have to be money. It really doesn't. We get locked into that idea, and that's just not correct. There's different ways of doing it. So whatever way you can, though, do something, because the real problem is it's very easy to just take people for granted, is to just assume that people are going to always be creating. And there's an idea that creators will just create because they love creating. And that's probably true for a lot of them, but it's not everybody. And like everything in life, you may not necessarily need to be praised all the time, but it's nice to hear once in a while that the stuff you're doing is valuable to somebody. So do what you can. That's all. Find a creator. And like I said, if you see a creator who seems to be kind of struggling, if all you can do is send them I shouldn't say if all, it's still valuable. In fact, that may be more valuable than money to somebody who's really struggling with self-doubt, is instead of just sending money, send them a note saying that you like their work. Because the reality is, like I said, we get caught in this idea that money is the way that we judge whether somebody's stuff is of worth or not. And that's really not true. It isn't. Money is a necessity in life, but it is not the only thing. it can be just as powerful and as worthwhile for somebody to just hear that somebody likes their work. So whatever way you can support a creator, this is the bottom line of all of it. In whatever way you can support somebody, take that time to do it. It is absolutely worth it. And on that note, I'm going to get out of here because now I'm just rambling. So thanks for being here. And until the next stream, I appreciate you stopping by, whether it's live or later, doesn't matter to me. So until next time, thanks for being here. Take care.